Big step right here.
Thanks for this.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, actually, the 2024 trailer.
Yeah, that's not going out anywhere, but the Hard Rock graphic and the movie graphics are what's going on.
Is this just for your channel stuff? This is not.
You said real loud. Everybody has their phone out.
Video boards, TVs.
Right, but not for
Not for.
Broadcasting it inside the building.
broadcasting inside of
Yeah. So this is the broadcast room. Hi everybody, I'm Thomas. This is
Hi,
Doug.
Thomas.
This is Brian, and you have Heather back there on the right.
Hello.
Welcome. This is basically anything that you hear and you see while you're here happens out of this room, including, except for the video board that the production company that handled your performance upstairs, we did everything else. So everything. This is the lifeblood of what we like to call the fun part of the event, right? So this is a video switcher. We have 4 video boards. We saw you guys over there looking at them. They're segregated in 2 and 2. So an operator will sit here and operate 2 boards, and an operator sits over there and operates 2 boards. Actually, Brian is our operator on game days. He operates these 2 boards. So moving on to this section over here, this is video playback. So anything that anything that we have to play, whether it's community service, whether it's a paid asset, whether it's a league-funded asset, plays out of this video server. We load each video prior to each game. We also do University of Miami. We do soccer. We do lots of interesting things here. So we load the videos in. We QA/QC them, make sure they look, sound, feel right, and then we play them out on game days. Moving on to the next station, you have your replay boxes. These are the servers that bring video in and basically spit video out. So if you're sitting in the stands and you see a replay, somebody here is queuing up the correct angle. There's a multiple amount of cameras that you're looking at, so we're always trying to give you what looks the best. So it sounds easy, but sometimes it's more challenging than you'd think, because a camera operator is a human operator, and sometimes they're not catching the best angles, right? So we're always trying to sort of manipulate that. More importantly, the coaches really want to see the best angles. We got a lot of comments from them. So moving on here, we have the 2 stations that operate the ribbons or any of the other boards that you see. Apart from the large video boards, there's a 360-degree ribbon that goes around the whole stadium. It actually got upgraded this year. It hasn't been used at an event, so whatever football game you're at next, or potentially the soccer game prior to the football game, it'll be brand new. It's brighter. It's new. It's the newest technology. The ribbon on the side of the north and the south sides that show you the scoring is also operated off of one of these machines. The application is called Show Control. There's a social media machine. I don't know if you guys have been to a Dolphins game. There's a what do you call it? A Snapchat filter sort of aspect to it. We also do that here. I don't know if you guys have seen that. This is the shading station, so it's levers and knobs. The camera operator is responsible for shooting the content. The camera shader, just as important, is responsible for the brightness or the iris and the color. So we can change colors. In fact, the broadcast TV changes colors a lot. So they'll color the field green, or they'll pull the green out, depending on what their narrative is. If you guys remember last year or the year before, there was a lot of talk about the field not being in its greatest condition. Well, I could tell you by sitting here that the truck was pulling green out of the shot in order to sort of drive that narrative. That's what production's about. It's driving a narrative and monetizing it. So moving on, we have audio.
It's the Matrix.
Yeah, we have audio in the bowl, so we didn't have
But
audio.
who actually makes these decisions? Is it like CBS, or is it like the stadium, like you guys, or when you do all this video stuff, or
And
pulling
what-
out green
well,
for the
anything-
narrative?
From a CBS perspective,
Like where does CBS sit in all this? Are they
they're
this room
in a
too,
truck
or-
outside.
Okay.
So basically, they're doing their own production, much like here, sort of having the same sort of operational staff. and they're producing the same sort of content. But they're
Awesome.
doing it, I mean, it's tailor-made specifically for you at home. So this is made for you at a stadium,
So
right?
do you have your own cameras and they have their own cameras?
Absolutely.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we have basically, we share things with each other, but we're
Okay.
segregated by all the technologies.
And when you say the coaches want certain angles, right? Like, what are they looking at?
Well, they're
I mean,
looking for whatever is important for a coach to sort of,
I see. So they're coaching based on your cameras, like how stuff's happening?
well, when it comes to replays,
Oh, I see. Okay.
right? You want to give specific angles because it helps sort of, it helps you get to a certain point or whatever it is that you're trying to pull from the play, right? If you're not,
Okay.
if you're looking at the wrong camera, if you're looking at the wrong sort of angle of it, it doesn't sort of help you in any way.
I
So
see.
we're always trying. I mean, the idea is to help. So we're trying to help here.
Cool.
These are the character generators. So they do all the graphics, and that's pretty much it. We have-
Going back to the reviews, the replays that the referees look at, it comes through here?
No, that's a league.
That's
a
league.
league thing.
Okay.
We get a feed of it.
Okay, but you're feeding
But-
it to New York?
No,
Or-
it's completely separate from a game from a game perspective. It's completely separate.
Got it, okay.
Is the league responsible for the official game video
In what regards?
for post-game analysis?
Uh,
I know there's still a requirement, because there used to be a requirement that each game was recorded and the next team would get the recording so that they could analyze the players.
there's a repository of
Right.
any recording of any game between any
Right.
people that you could
Yeah.
pull pretty much instantaneously at this point. So, I mean,
But
we're-
do you guys provide that video, or does the league?
no, that is probably a game coaching
Yeah.
video that they're
Game
looking
coaching,
for,
yeah.
and then they're responsible for uploading it to the league, and they'll disseminate it. But all that stuff happens pretty quickly. This is more game entertainment, fan experience.
Fascinating.
How many people are in here on game day when things are going on?
We have a staff of about 35 to 40 people.
So it's a little bit noisy and loud.
It's hard to keep it. It's hard to keep it quiet. But you have to really make a conscious effort to keep it quiet because everyone's tethered to headset, and any sort of disruption makes it more difficult for people to communicate. And people get louder, and then the noise floor gets louder, and then pretty much you're screaming at each other. So we gotta keep it pretty.
So, like at the last stop, we had the data center. Like they're talking about the drone race coming in a week. And I saw like the little plan over there for how are you going to do the video feed for the drones?
We do not. We wouldn't shoot that internally. So the Drone Racing League has their own production that will come. We'll help support them in any way we can. We'll probably take a video feed, we'll put it on the video board. We'll help them get their cameras situated. We manage all the infrastructure in the building, so we know where everything goes.
I assume then you operate with what I'm not sure we call the 3D cameras,
We don't have any 3D cameras.
where you can do the rotation, no?
No. Not yet, at least no.
So Glenn,
Yeah,
he says they don't
those are
have.
at the very top of the stadium, those are your 3D replay cameras where you could reverse it.
Yeah,
or the tether thing.
You don't touch them.
we don't have them. We don't have them in yet. They're not in production.
Those have been up there for like 3 years. They've never
No,
put
I
them in.
haven't.
Have you seen the replays with them?
Well, that's when you see on TV where they reverse
Right.
the angle, look at it from different ways.
Yeah.
You're not using that at all?
software,
Not until it's
Superbowl?
being implemented this
Really?
year. Yeah.
Okay, because other stadiums have it.
Yeah, but we don't have that here. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Okay.
They're just nice, expensive toys.
Yeah.
And what's the
Other
Snapchat
stadiums have it.
thing?
Huh?
What's the Snapchat thing you mentioned?
Snapchat.
Yeah, what's that? Like,
So
what's the
basically, we
aspect
take
to
a live video feed shooting out of a camera. We overlay a filter, much like Snapchat does.
Right, and they put ears on people and tongues and
Oh,
make
that's
it look
cool.
goofy.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
this is for inside the stadium
Yeah.
Oh,
entertainment.
absolutely. I mean, nobody wants to see it at home.
Nah. You have to have a few beers first.
So, are you guys like full-time working in other like for TV news stations and then do this
No,
part-time, or is there?
this is a
Okay.
full-time job.
Oh, that's
So the staff that you see here is here all the time, literally. So and figuratively.
They just throw lots of raw meat.
Well, we handle all the events that it's not just Dolphins. It's any event that gets rolled into here.
Oh, concerts and all that
touches
stuff.
this room.
Everything,
Yeah,
soccer,
everyone.
concerts, UM football, Dolphins football,
Yeah.
ancillary events, corporate meetings, everything.
The drone races this weekend?
Yep, absolutely. Drone race will
CIO
shoot.
night.
The drone race shoots between 8 and 4, so 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. They shoot at night.
Really?
Yeah.
With no live audience there. Or
I don't know. There might be.
small live
We'll
audience.
see.
I
It
mean,
changes
in
every
person,
year.
in person.
Yeah, it changes every year.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Thanks, y'all.